how this works. I ask if you want a poem. You say yes. Give me a topic, maybe a form or word, something you feel. In 10 to 15 minutes, I'll type one up. There may be minor typos. And read it to you and give it to you on a lovely card. You give me your reaction and a small donation and then leave. Then I do another one for someone else. My name is Tony Brewer. I make custom poems made to order. You might remember I did a Poetry on Demand booth at the last Orange there in 2018 in the old Coca-Cola bottling factory. And I'm back. I would love to make some poems for you while we're all locked down and bunkered in and hunkered down. I've been making poems on demand for people for about 10 years. I have a large collection of typewriters. I like Royals. I will say that. I'm a big Royal typewriter fan, you may have noticed. But I've been doing this at art festivals and at bars and at poetry readings and churches, and I even got hired by the city of Bloomington. I'm based in Bloomington, Indiana, by the way, I should mention that. I even got hired by the city of Bloomington to do eulogies on demand at a haunted cemetery tour at the oldest cemetery in town for a couple of years. All of that's canceled now. All of my little, poetry on demand, you sit out with a little sign and make poems for people walking by. All those gigs are canceled. You can't do that anymore. I can't have the one-on-one that I like to have with people and making these great little poems that are just little captured moments, captured bits of information that people, people come up with something because they hear the typewriter typing. They see, they see the paper and they hear the sound of the typewriters, and there's just something about it that gets people inspired to want to ask for a poem. And so that is missing from the equation. So, when we talk, when you contact me to make a poem for you, and when we talk, I would prefer that we talk over the phone. We could also, we can do Skype or FaceTime. We can do some sort of, I would love to be able to see your face or hear your voice when we're talking, because to me that's an integral part of the equation, is having that personal, intimate interaction between artist and patron. We're collaborating on something short term. We're collaborating short term on a piece of art that will eventually be the poem that you want. Let me read a couple here. I'll just read a couple. They can be serious. They can be sad. I make people laugh, make people cry. People want to shake my hand. People want to give me a hug. I cry sometimes too. It's really an amazing thing. And the fact that we're all locked in and hunkered down. I'm worried about you folks, and so reach out if there's something that you want to connect on, and I can write a poem about it. Here's a couple real quick. These are from September 7th, 2017. There was a First Thursday event down here on the campus of Indiana University called First Thursday at the Arts Plaza, and I had a little table set up making poems for people, and back in 2017. And this one, I think the prompt for this one was just like positivity, positive thinking, that sort of thing. So and I wisely called it The Power of Positive Thinking. I live a fridge magnet life unbaffled by platitudes or melancholy, misanthropy of irony, bumper sticker politics of stoplight epiphany. I've no time for these, prefer the hook and punchline of Hallmark and the clean conscience of a well-coined phrase that uplifts and makes it, even if it takes some faking. And then this one was about, if I remember correctly, the inspiration for this one was all-nighters, like staying up all night and getting to that blue time, which is when the light first starts to, before sunup, that blue time first thing in the morning. So true blue. Oh, blue time morning, before sunrise breaks, horizon open like an overdream. Full moon on the wane in a gloaming moment. I love your indigo you, bleary-eyed all-nighter, so tired of endless work in the day-night dichotomy. I lose myself in you, threshold of timeless hue, glorious twilight of caught light destined for day. Sit with me in this quiet morning, not yet awake, still dreaming everything is true. And the last one I want to read, because they're about anything, and sometimes they're for kids too. So they could even be about, like, I hate broccoli, or unicorns, or whatever. And this was for someone's dog named Max. So this is called Maximum Dog. Oh, you butt to mutt of tongue and sausage gut, wallowing on couches, and impossible to make do anything unridiculous or properly dog-like. More old man stink than puff of pup, and only once were you ever told no, because it just doesn't matter, now does it? So there you go, Poetry on Demand, Tony Brewer, that's me. You might remember me from that Orange if you went to that one. We did good work that night. Made a lot of poems that night. Definitely contact me if you are interested in having a poem made. I would love to make something for you. Thanks.